about European culture. Boy, I bet your asses are chapped now. Nothing like an old white guy talking and saying the word Europe, huh? But the fact is the shooter from California was labeled as a white supremacist, okay? Now, I want you to notice that there is not a term called Mexican supremacist unless you use La Raza. There's not a term called Italian supremacist. There's not even a term called Swahili supremacist. But the word white and supremacist seem to fit so perfectly together because, as you know, we whites have declared war on the world. We've done nothing good for culture. And if we would just disappear, then the world would be much, much better. Okay. Today, I entered into a very short conversation on Chappie Gypsy's area, where it was noted that right after the California shooting in Garlic Valley, or wherever it was out there, the mainstream media hit the road running, saying this guy was a white supremacist until they found out he was an Iranian. And then all of a sudden, the story disappeared. And it was more important to find out what Omar and Cortez ate for breakfast this morning than finding out the lineage and the motives. And that's something that gets me. That's something that gets me. Some guy cuts through a fence and starts shooting little kids with an AR-15, and the cops are all saying, "We're looking for a motive." The motive is he was a fanatic nut who, and I want you to note, please note, that now even though the boy and I think the girl are of Spanish descent, they are more or less the same complexion that I am, which most descendants of Spanish people pretty much look like me, especially when you get into central Mexico, around Mexico City. There's even blonde-haired girls down there, and they didn't dye their hair, okay? Because pale people have contributed to the culture of the world throughout history. The Greeks, the Romans, the Israelis, okay? All these people were this color right here, okay? And, oh, this is going to get bad, fellas. It's going to be bad. Going to be bad, okay? Because I'm going to point out some facts to you. A few years ago, I did a radio show, and I was talking with a man who was a esteemed professor, and he had written a book about how the people from the Ivory Coast had kind of drifted across the Atlantic and, founded the Inca and Mayas and Aztec empires, okay? And we talked about the pyramids, and then we talked about the pyramids in Egypt. And of course, according to this gentleman, all the Egyptians were, as black as a Goodyear tire, and they did that too. I mean, people were creative. So I kind of drifted the conversation toward the Congo. Okay, and I said, why don't I see any great pyramids in the Congo? And basically I was told that the Illuminati had cloaked them so that they couldn't be seen. Yeah. He didn't have an answer to that. And then we went on to discuss, and like I said, a lot of my liberal friends out there are going to continue to be on this. We talked about the book Roots, okay? And I said, I read Roots. In fact, I loved it. I watched the whole series, and I love the book. But I noticed that when Alex Haley went back to his roots, he had to find some old guy with a stick. Here's a stick. I have a stick around here, so let's just use this for a stick. Had a stick, and he sat there in all his wisdom, and he recited the history of the whole tribe. I mean, from like if it was the Bible back from Genesis, he had all down pat. And he got down, of course, to Kunta Kinte and how he went out to find a drum for his brother and everything, and he disappeared, and they assumed he was eaten by a lion. Okay. At any rate, I said, well, listen, if these people were so highly developed, why don't you just open the book, man? Better than that, why don't you not scroll or something? He and I parted friends and all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, now here's the deal. Here's the point of this entire morning's discussion. Here's the point of this entire morning's discussion. If Oprah Winfrey says the world would be better when all the white men die off, and if Omar says she wants to overthrow the Constitution and that and the world will be better if all the white men die off and everything, but when I go looking for a video which was made by an avowed racist, I'm sure, but it was a beautiful video. It was called European Awakening, and what it was a video with nice music behind it, and it showed statues in the Vatican, showed statues in Germany of women aspiring to the stars, and the Goths and all that. And it was our culture building up the European continent. Okay, I was trying to find that video to put it up for my friend Chap because it's a beautiful video and a beautiful song. Okay, just saying that everybody should have. There's no problem being proud of who you are. Okay, it is gone. And man, I mean, you can find some crap on YouTube, okay? I was trying one time to, I was trying to make fun of the hashtag #MeToo people, and all I wanted to find on YouTube was a video or a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger flexing his muscles with admiring women around him. And I was going to put little speech bubbles above each woman saying, "Me too, me too, me too, me too," making fun of that, okay? I put in picture on beach, pretty girls, weightlifter and everything, and all I got was child porn. All over the place. Romping teens on the beach at San Clemente or wherever. That's all I never, finally, Brother Theo finally found a picture, I think of Schwarzenegger, I don't know how he found it, with girls sitting around him, because he's doing this stuff, and then they're like that, and then we did the picture. But you find porn, anti-God, devil worship, racist black statements, Mexican statements, and all that kind of stuff. Not so much Chinese and Asian. That's really good. They're respectful people. But those are no problem. But if an old guy comes on of this complexion saying, "I want to discuss European culture today," oh, I'm not even sure they're going to let this stay up. I said white, European, stuff like that. They don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear, oh no, absolutely not. We're the problem. Well, we're not the problem, my friends. We landed at Plymouth Rock and we carved the trench all the way to Los Angeles and we built this country.
They ain't over yet.
Oh no, the blacks built it, the Indians built it, the Asians built it. No, well, okay. We're not here to destroy the world. We're not here to destroy America. We've always been here. The Romans, the Greeks, all those people that built all those things all through the years and everything, and yet we're the problem. No, the problem is people who do not want to work and want everything given to them. Just look at the Democratic debates. They were falling over each other trying to figure out, how many free things they give out. And look at their faces. You won't find one black one there. To my knowledge, I didn't even watch. I can say that categorically, and I bet I'm right. Yeah, I bet I'm right. And look at their two front runners. Two old white men. The same guys, kind of guys that they say the world will be better without. And the Democrats are falling all over themselves. All over themselves. Now I think a couple of the women, I'm going to back up a little bit. I think a couple of the women might be a little darker. But not really dark. They make sure the light's just right so you won't see how white they really are. Okay? And Nancy Pelosi, she's as white as a good witch of the West, or bad witch of the East, or whatever. This is racism, folks. This is racism. To the T, racism. This is what it is. Okay? Nobody wants to say it. If this video stays up, and I'm going to also meme it over to YouTube, if this video stays up, I'll be a blue-nosed gopher, and Ted said I can butter his ass and call him a biscuit.
I'm going to take a guess on how many times you're going to get shot.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.